Matt here again with another edition of Connection Groups Scoop on the Run. Hey, today I want to talk about a goal that I have for all of our groups, and that is for each one of our groups to be engaged in regular service projects. Service projects are extremely important to the health of any small group. The first reason I'd like to share that this is important is because Jesus modeled it. Jesus did 3 years of ministry with a small group. And then after 3 years, he launched the church with that same small group. We know them as the disciples. It was important for Jesus to serve and do community projects out of a small group, and he modeled that for us. Another reason I believe that is really important to the health of any small group is because it turns our groups from inward to outward. Steve Sjogren, in his book Conspiracy of Kindness, he says this about groups. Most groups, if left to themselves, will grow cozy and closed. Newcomers often tolerated rather than heartily welcomed and find it difficult to break into the group. One of the best ways to avoid ingrown groups is to have them practice servant evangelism together, to do ministry projects together. It's not an us four and no more kind of thing that we're looking for. It is, let's see how many people we can get into our groups, disciple them, and help them grow and take their next steps into their faith with Jesus. And this is a great opportunity to do that. Another thing is that small groups bond your group together. It's like it knits them together. Those moments, those remember when stories, those things mold a group. They tie us together. It's like those stories. Remember when Zach put Sophia on his shoulder so that she could reach the glass when they were cleaning those windows, and remember how tired our hands felt after pulling weeds for 3 hours, but how awesome that place looked when we were done. It just bonds a group together to have those shared ministry experiences. Another reason would be that groups projects often spark individual passions. You know, some people in your group would never volunteer to do something that your group will volunteer to do, but when they're there, it can ignite a new passion for them. I know that there's one of our groups that has taken on the Redemption House as their ministry focus group. Redemption House is a rehabilitation home for women that are fighting addictions. And some of the ladies in this connection group have really taken a love to going there and individually volunteering to do cooking classes and mentoring and Bible studies outside of the group projects. So that can spark that. Another thing that it meets the needs in the community. I was part of a group one time that was near a neighborhood that had lots and lots of trees, and every fall just tons and tons of trees would overwhelm the people in the neighborhood with all the raking. So we decided a couple times during October we were going to go into that neighborhood and just rake leaves for people. And it just made such a difference. And inevitably somebody asked, "Why are you doing this? Why are you raking my leaves?" Because we want to show the love of Christ. And sometimes it just offers an opportunity to share a verbal witness as well as an invite. Hey, come join us at our church. We do these kind of things all the time, and there's room for you, and we'd love for you to be part of it. You know, maybe sometimes I don't know where to start. I don't know where to look. Our group is kind of stagnant, and we do need an outreach focus. Here's what some of our other groups are doing, and maybe it will kind of spur on some thought for you. One of them is the Redemption House. I already mentioned that one. The Crossing School is one of them that is focused on. They've written notes to the students in the school, which really beg the question: why are these people writing notes to us? Which opens the door for some of the teachers to say, because they love Jesus and they want the best for you. And the Mission Church is another group, goes to the Mission Church and helps serve food and does other various projects. There's one of our groups that decided they're going to do neighborhood block parties in the neighborhoods of some of the neighborhoods that people live in that attend the group. So they send out flyers and stuff, inviting the people on the street to come. Hey, on such and such a date, we're going to have the grills up, and there's going to be food, and we invite you to come join us. And again, people have come, and conversations have been had, and inevitably the question is, why are you doing this? And there's another group that just does various projects. One of the projects happened just a few days ago. They showed up at my doorstep because they decided as a group they were going to make cookies and deliver the cookies to the pastors in light of Pastor Appreciation Day. So they showed up with these wonderful, yummy cookies, the entire group, and it was awesome. And they're just doing various projects. Your group could do various projects too if you don't find a place to land. You can go on the resource NeighborLink. NeighborLink is a website that just provides all kinds of ministry projects from that 2 people can do to large groups can do, and various times and various opportunities. It will give your group various ways to serve and get into the community to serve Jesus. If your group is meeting every other week, it would be a good place to start. Like, let's do a service project at least 2 times during this season. And in between times, we can pray for those people and we can pray for those projects or prepare for those. If your group is meeting every week, maybe a good thing would be, say, one of those weeks, say, we're gonna do a project together. It's awesome. In the book of Corinthians, the Apostle Paul writes this about our presence in the community. He says this: "For we are to God the aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing." It's really important as a group to get outward, to do service projects together, and I encourage you to do that. Hope the quiet time things are going well. I hope the Bible memory things are going well. Please report to me any stories that you might have of people that are making significant steps in your group so that we can share them with all the groups. Hey, until then, this has been Pastor Matt with another edition of Connection Group's Scoop on the Run. Until next time, let's serve Jesus.